So this is the second country that I chose, which is South Korea. And as of July 2018, it hits around 50 million for population. As for DTM, it's in stage 4, which is pretty average. I think the US is also in stage 4. Most majorly developed countries, the US, UK, majority of Western Europe, places like that, are in stage 4. So that essentially means that the birth and death rates are low, and they're just generally stabilizing as far as population. A lot of that's going to even out, and it is pretty evened out as far as that scale goes. So the age dependency ratio is 31.15%, with a higher number of employed people, obviously, since, well, yeah, you know that. But anyways, following the Korean War in the early 1950s, South Korea implemented an anti-natalist family planning campaign to reduce the number of children per family, just basically to meet their goals of economic growth and modernization. The policy began to work so well that the TFR rate dropped to an all-time low, prompting South Korea to lay the framework for pro-natalist policies. Their pro-natalist plan, to be enacted from 2006 to 2010, was called the Seoramin, and included increased tax incentives per child, support for child care and education, and generally a more favorable environment for childbearing. They just tried to make it as glamorous as possible, to increase the number of children they were having. Maternity leaves were longer. Women who were pregnant got just like different, more luxurious treatment in the workplace, essentially. A lot of monetary benefits also. So because of this, total fertility rates rose 1.2%, and the government announced, in order to raise this even more, the Vision 2020 plan, to just generally raise fertility and prepare for a society with extreme aging. Since there's such a high percentage of people in the workforce, then they'll just kind of phase out into that elderly without that buffer of the high number of children being born. There's gonna be an incredibly high dependency ratio. So basically, they're just planning for that.